Happy Monday, people. Welcome to Royer's World. We are here to recap season 10, episode 2 of Married to Medicine. First of all, let me just say thank you for joining. Hit the like button as you're coming in. Excuse me. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell on all. That way you see each and every time I post a video with you in mind. Welcome into the building. Hey, Bianca. What's up? What's up? What's up? I am going to drop the link, but I just want to get out all of the scenes and just all my opinions. And then if anybody has thoughts and opinions that they would like to come up and share, I will drop the link then, okay? But y'all hit that like button as you are coming in the building, share, and let your people know over here in Royer's World that we are live and recapping season 10, episode 2 of Married to Medicine. Woo, y'all, this was a episode. I definitely enjoyed it. Let me tell you something. Married to Medicine is definitely giving me what Married to Medicine is giving me what I expected Atlanta to give me. I expected Atlanta to give me all that Married to Medicine is giving because they hyped us up and they just didn't pull through. It did not pull through. I was disappointed. So I am glad that Married to Medicine, also Potomac as well. Potomac is really coming through. So I'm glad that both of those shows are really offering something to Bravo this season for us to watch because these couple of seasons of Atlanta, not giving at all, okay? But this episode was heard it through the grapevine, okay? What's up, Emmanuel? Good to see you. Daphne, it is so good to see you. Thank you for joining me. Thank you. Y'all, let's get right into this. So we opened up the episode. I'm going to drop the link, like I said, once I recap everything. So just bear with me for a moment. So we started off this season, this episode. We were giving a montage at the beginning. So Heavenly and Dr. Alicia were doing yoga, it looks like. Auntie Heavenly, I love you so much. You my girl. You know I love you, Auntie. But what is going on with the looks this season? Like your wig falling off while you doing yoga, honey? Did the stylist forget to pin you down? Like, did you just think it wasn't gonna slip off, Auntie? We cannot be going out in these streets and our wig is falling off. Like, no, ma'am. Okay, but Heavenly is always for a comedy moment. So that's how I kind of look at it. She is just like jokety joke, ha ha ha. I love Dr. Heavenly. Okay. Hey Nadi, what's up? Thank you for joining me tonight, honey bun. So we get the little montage of Heavenly and Dr. Alicia. We get a montage of Simone in the doctor's office. Y'all, I would really love to see more of Simone doctoring. I mean, she is the doctor. You would think that Dr. Jackie is the only doctor on this show, like MD professional doctor, because they don't really give Simone her props, in my opinion, of being a doctor. Sorry, y'all, this thing is bothering me tonight. Being a doctor. So it was nice to see Dr. Simone doctoring. Like she said, if we left it up to the men, there would be no people in the world at all, okay? Because God bless us, okay? And then we get a little montage of Toya in the car with her boys. Let me tell you something. Just like Prince Aiden and Mr. President, we have watched Toya's boys grow up on the TV, and it is amazing how big they've gotten, how mature they've grown to be. I was like, oh my God, it's just so cute. I want to say Toya's eldest son was just maybe like 1 or 2. I would say maybe 3 or 4, maybe, when Toya and Eugene started the show, and then they had just had their youngest baby. So shout out to the boys who are growing up, okay? So we go straight into Miss Phaedra. Okay? Let me tell y'all something. Reality TV was made for people like Phaedra all the way. Phaedra gives fabulosity. She gives production. She gives a scene. She gives rich. She gives fabulousness. Phaedra, you are doing it, honey, and I miss it on the TV, okay? And it's still giving Southern Belle, but with a little sexy freak on the end is what I'm getting from Phaedra, okay? So they are turning into little men naughty. It's so cute. Like, oh my gosh, watching these people grow up. It's just like, I love it. But y'all make sure you're hitting the like button on this video. I appreciate the love and support, okay? So we go over into Phaedra's house. Phaedra is just, I think I've heard people say that Phaedra doesn't look too well because she done so much with her face. I think for Phaedra to be 50 and to have done work on her face, she looks really good. She doesn't look Catwomanish, or she doesn't look too Catwomanish. Like, she doesn't look like she's had major procedure done. She still looks like Phaedra from the Real Housewives of Atlanta original, okay? So, Phaedra's obsession with booties, like, I don't get it. Like, Phaedra, what is it with you and the big booties, honey? Like, you just love you some bootylicious booties, okay? She was just touching and feeling all on Quad's booty and examining it and stuff. I was like, Phaedra, like, what is with you and the booties, girl? Get it together. But they came in, Quad is looking good. She looks great. After all that she has been through, I'm so glad that Quad has still been able to, in my opinion, come out on top and still doing her thing, y'all. Welcome into the building. Hit the like button. We are going over Married to Medicine season 10, episode 2, okay? So Phaedra and Quad come in and sit down in Phaedra's beautiful home, and Phaedra offers any drinks. Next thing we know, here comes the butler, okay? I forgot what the butler's name was. I didn't write it down. I'm sorry. Anyways, she asked if the butler wanted anything. Hey, Nananita, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. And so, Quad says she's fasting, so she'll have a glass of water. Phaedra says she'll have some lemonade. Something with the young men and Phaedra and just all this young energy Phaedra is giving. It's just like, no wonder you ended up with Apollo. You just love the little, the little cute, fine, bad looking ninjas. Like, I was just like, oh my gosh, okay. So they go into talking about Greg and his new wife, Sweet Tea, Letitia, excuse me. And so Letitia is 23 years younger than Greg. And so, Quad and Phaedra were having a little discussion about that, and Quad was a little shocked it seemed to be at the 23 years, but she did admit that Greg, was a little older than her as well when they met. So, age gap for age gap, it was just like, whatever, Quad is moving on. She's been seen in Africa by Phaedra, okay? And Phaedra said, I see you got a new man. And so Quad says he's new, so everybody pipe down, calm down. She's not ready to bring him on the scene yet, which I can respect that. Why be bringing these dudes onto the camera if you know that these relationships are not real and not going to last? AKA Giselle, but we'll leave that for another day, okay? So, they talked about that. Then they get into this Toya and Quad beef, y'all. I am so over Toya and Quad beefing. Like, what is the problem? What is the issue? What is the drama? Like, why do y'all still have this beef going on? Like, what is it? Like, get over it, move on. I don't understand why they dislike each other so much. I feel like that they are both grown enough where they can move on and just like let go of the petty issues. But Quad, Phaedra shares with Quad that Toya brought up the DUI and, wanted to know if Phaedra was handling that law, that law issue or whatever. And so, like Quad says, she just don't understand why Toya beef with her so much. She don't understand why they get along. She just moving forward. It is what it is. And I can respect that about Quad. Was Quad really just be like, I'm good with you? I'm good with you. And Quad is that way. It just seems like to me, people always continue to press her. It was the same way with Mariah, the same way with Lisa Nicole, and it was the same way with Toya here. It's just like they keep pressing Quad. Like, let her live. Let her be, okay? Hey, Fresh Strawberries, welcome into the building. What's the tea, honey? I'm giving it to you right now. Hey, Juice Radio and Talk Show. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Juice Radio and Talk Show's channel. Make sure you go subscribe to Naughty Love's channel as well. These are two content creators, that I love, and we support each other. So make sure you get over there, okay? So Quad says the DUI had been thrown out. She denied the sobriety test when she got pulled over. Everything is good, okay? We good. So then, Quad or Phaedra brings up, Heavenly and Quad's relationship and how Heavenly was saying she hadn't really talked to Quad and, she had reached out to Quad and Quad just been kind of doing her own thing. She fell off the grid. And, I agree with what Phaedra say. I tell this to people all the time. The phone worked both ways. Like, Just like you can call me, I can call you. And just because we haven't talked doesn't mean there's anything wrong. People have lives, people get busy, people be doing their thing. So, I can definitely understand why Quad would feel some type of way, because Heavenly did kind of throw her under the bus with the married men comment last season about her sleeping with a married man, though it was not true. Heavenly said that she didn't think it was true. She knew it was a rumor. So, we're moving on. Quad, I just think that if you're going to continue to be a part of this show, you're going to have to step up and show up in these friendships. Show them how to be a friend to you. That's the best thing I can say, Quad. Show them how to be a friend to you without ignoring them, without, stooping down to their level. I do think that Quad has tried so many times, but also sometimes I think Miss Quad tries to play an innocent victim, and she's not as innocent as she always plays to be. But I still really, really like Quad, okay? So we move into the scene of Greg and Sweet Tea. Now, Sweet Tea is stressed out, y'all. She is going through with this wedding. She thought that Greg was going to be here to support her, to give her, some ideas and help with the planning and stuff. And Greg is like, I could care less. Like, I'm paying for the wedding. All I really need to do is show up. You wanted to have this big ordeal. Greg is good. And I can totally understand that, because this is Greg's second marriage. From what we know, this is Greg's second marriage, and the first one did not go so well. So I can understand, and then, also men, from what I've experienced, are not really into planning the weddings and all that kind of stuff. So, Greg is like, that I'm giving you the money. That's the least you could do. And, Sweet Tea did say that she is putting in money as well. But, how much are you kicking in, honey bun? Number one. Number two, what is this? I understand she wants to have the big extravagant wedding thing, but I would think if you're trying to do all of that and you got the money of Greg, where's the wedding planner? Like, why are you stressing yourself out so bad? Get a wedding planner, hire somebody to do all of this stuff so that you can kind of lay back, chill, calm down. I don't... And I guess I've never planned a wedding, so I can't speak for that fully, but I imagine that having someone to help you who is an expert in this would take a lot more of the stress off of you. Just what I'm thinking, but let me know down in the comments what your thought is, okay? So Greg says that he likes Sweet Tea's cooking. He loves her greens, okay? So Sweet Tea does cook. She came home. When he came home, gave her man a kiss. Sweet Tea does work from home for the government. So, she got a life lived. She's working very well. She's got a nice setup. I'm curious to see, like I said last time, where their relationship is going to lead to. Because Letitia wants this, in my opinion, sensitive man who she can lean on and talk to and be there for, and he be there for her. But Greg is not that guy. Like, Greg, in my opinion, is very old school, very old fashioned. Hence why him and Quad got divorced, because Quad was not with that. She wants an up-to-date man. She wants a man that's going to be in touch with her feelings, that's going to, really be there for her, support her, love her the way that she needs to be. And in my opinion, as we know, Greg is a psychologist, I think he is. I think it's a psychologist. And so, well, he deals with the mind. He deals with the mind. And it is very interesting to me that for him to be a doctor to deal with the mind, his personal life is very jacked up, in my opinion. Like, him as an individual, he's not a very nice guy. I didn't experience a very well side of Greg with him in the marriage with Quad. He was very abusive. He was very mean. He was psychiatrist. Thank you so much. He's a psychiatrist. Hey, Handy B, thank you for joining me. Thank you, Tara, for coming in the building. I appreciate y'all's love and support. Hit the like button. Let the people know we're live. And I will be dropping the link soon after I wrap up everything so that we can get your thoughts and opinions as well. So stay tuned, okay? So, he's a psychiatrist. And for him to be a psychiatrist, he is cuckoo in the mind to me. I just feel like I don't know if Letitia really understands what she has gotten herself into, but we're gonna find out this season, okay? So Sweet Tea is really trying to get along with Greg's friends. Greg really wants her to bond with his friends from what she is telling us, okay? And so I just don't really see the connection, especially with this event that we had last week at the house, kind of like the hoedown. I just don't see the connection with her and the ladies. I feel like the age gap is just so big, number one. And then number two, you know what? I see the connection with her and Toya. I definitely see the connection with her and Toya, but Toya is messy, okay? And I'm going to tell you how Toya is messy. Greg was down to do the cake testing. So shout out to Greg for the cake testing, which is something, you know, the men normally like to do, okay? So I think that was everything I wanted to share with this scene, okay? So we go next into flipping the wrong way. Sorry, people. So next we go into Dr. Jackie. Dr. Jackie is the doctor for the Brat and Judy. First of all, shout out to the Brat and Judy. I love them. So glad that they had a healthy baby boy. He is so beautiful. He's doing so well. They give us constant updates on YouTube and social media if you follow them on the journey of their beautiful son. So keep up with them. Shout out to them. So Dr. Jackie, you know, she's out here doctoring per usual. You know, I've noticed ever since Jackie and Curtis had their, you know, marital issues that we don't see a lot of personal scenes with Jackie anymore. Jackie is very much doctorial scenes and then group scenes. Personal stuff, we don't really see too much of Jackie anymore, which is okay. You know, Jackie, you do Jackie. We love you. We know that you're the doctor of the doctors on this show. And so shout out to Auntie Dr. Jackie. We love you, honey bun. Okay. So, you know, she's teasing the Brat that she has twins. The Brat is like, listen, baby, my blood pressure already up. Don't play me like that. Y'all know Dr. Jackie is on the healthy eating kick. Like, Jackie, let me tell you something. Jackie is the eldest on this show, and Jackie looks amazing. Let me tell you something. Jackie drinks that water, and she lives that gym, and she eats right, y'all. Jackie drinks no alcohol. I'm just like, baby, no wonder you say so skinny and fit and beautiful, because you don't eat nothing but salads and water. But we still love Dr. Jackie. You know, if Dr. Jackie was my doctor, we probably would not be friends because I hate somebody that really be trying to kick my butt. But I love that she's doing it because she wants to see people live a long-lasting life. She wants to see people live a healthy life. And especially for someone who did go through breast cancer. We all know Dr. Jackie went through breast cancer. She had a double mastectomy, I want to say it's called. Forgive me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. But she had both of her breasts removed. And, you know, she has been breast cancer free. So shout out to the breast cancer survivors. Shout out to Dr. Jackie, who was really trying to make sure that people are staying in good health. Even Eugene shouted out Dr. Jackie because she's been keeping him in a good, healthy place. And Eugene looks really good and he looks youthful. So shout out to Dr. Jackie. We appreciate you, honey bun. You know, she talked about, and I want to make mention of this because I wrote it down specifically. Dr. Jackie was speaking on the specifics of birth for our Black women. She said hypertension, preeclampsia, and I'm going to say it wrong. Gestational diabetes is high in the Black community for birthing. And she said 3 to 5 Black women passed away more than any other race in our country. And so I love the fact that Dr. Jackie was really making the importance on being healthy, eating right, exercising, and all of that. Thank you, Handy B, honey. You know, I be trying to pronounce these words right because I don't like the people to be tearing me up in the comments. So I appreciate you, boom. So that was Dr. Jackie. Shout out to Queen Jackie for her doctoral skills and making sure that the stars are staying healthy as well as the people, honey, okay? I wonder if Jackie does work with, like, regular people, like, what her extracurricular for the people, the women of the community, regular people, you know. I wonder what she does for the regular people. So after this, we go to Toya and Eugene's. You know, I love this season that we are not focusing on Toya and Eugene's house, and we're not focusing on Toya and Eugene's money, okay? Toya, you know, she is opening up and about being a CEO, okay? Toya is the CEO of Toya's Wine Club, okay? Shout out to Toya. You drink it enough, you might as well go ahead and bottle it up and sell it, boo. Okay? Toya is getting her check this season, okay? She gonna earn a wine check and she gonna earn a Bravo check. So y'all make sure you go out here and check out Toya's Wine Club. Toya's Wine Club, okay? Make sure you check it out. I'm definitely gonna check it out and see what Toya's talking about. Maybe we'll look at it online together in just a moment, okay? So Toya, you know, she talks about drinking wine all the time. So she's talking to Sweet Tea, asking Sweet Tea, how much do you know about the business? And, you know, Sweet Tea is like, you know, I'm still learning. So Toya's like, well, go to my website, get the information. I'm having a party with the ladies. I want you to show up with the ladies. We're going to have a good time, okay? So Eugene walks into the room, and so she's like, yeah, I'm talking to Sweet Tea, you know, da-da-da-da-da. He was like, well, you know, come on so we can have a private conversation. Let's have some couple time. Well, couple time turns into calling the kids down to have a sex talk. What is Toya and Eugene's obsession with the talk of sex on the television? Like, every season we have these conversations, okay? First, we talked about, you know, Eugene not putting it down enough. Toya be using the head shower. Then we talked about he was working too much, so he was never there. Then he was down in the basement masturbating. And then, you know, what was the other issue? Then he couldn't get it up. He was having issues getting it up. And then his thing wasn't big enough. Now we talking to the boys about sex. That was one of the things that she talked to the boys about in the car. Have y'all read the sex book? And he said it's just talking about penises and vagina. Why are we talking about sex all the time? Like, oh my God. Oh my God. I guess they want the children to be aware. What is the awareness that they need to know? Like, they need to be like my girl that I talked about the other day, Molly from Insecure. Her name is Yvonne. I'm going to say it wrong. Yvonne Iboji. Oh, I'm going to say, I know I said it wrong. But Yvonne is a virgin, and she is 40. She will be 40 December 2nd, y'all. And she is a virgin. Don't let the kids break their virginality because you want to talk to them about the sex at 12 and however old these kids are. Like, oh my God, children have lost their innocence, and it's just a shame. It's a shame. But whatever, you know, they had the conversation. They went into it. Toya's talking about threesomes and the sex talk and child. The comment of try to wait till marriage. No, let's not try to wait till marriage. Let's wait till marriage. Give the children the confidence and the ability to wait until marriage. Let me tell you something. I wish I would have waited. I truly, truly wish I would have. But we're not going to go down that road, okay? So, thank you, Toya and Eugene, for the sex talk. It was very well not needed, okay? So, next in the scene, hey, Maria, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hitting the like button as you're coming through and sharing that we are live. I am getting ready to drop the link here soon as I am wrapping up, going to the next two scenes, and then I will drop the link for anyone to come in, okay? So we're going into Sweet Tea is trying on her wedding dress this season, okay? So they show up to the wedding dress shop. Toya is here. Phaedra is a part of this scene. And then as well, Sweet Tea's friend from the Facebook group for Sugar Babies, okay? Now that's what Phaedra called them. She called them, did I write it down somewhere? I know I did. She called them, yes, Sugar Babies. That's what she called them, okay? Now, Sugar Babies are younger women who are into older men. So to me, I would consider a sugar baby someone that is 20 plus your senior. You are a sugar baby to them, according to, you know, what I've seen thus far of sugar babies, okay? So Toya is, you know, sitting down, sipping on the wine. She's spilling the champagne. You know, her and Phaedra are kikiing and ha-ha. Here go Phaedra again with the obsession with the booties. You know, she's just so obsessed with booties, okay? So Toya is like a big sister to Sweet Tea. Phaedra is really close to Greg, so that's how Phaedra ended up at this scene. And, you know, Greg really wants Sweet Tea to get to know Phaedra and his friends, as we stated at the beginning, okay? So they were both very strongly opinionated about what they thought about Sweet Tea, the dresses that she was wearing, and Sweet Tea's body. It came off a little mean girlish, in my opinion, but if you're going to be on these reality shows, you got to be strong and you got to stand your ground. And in my opinion, Sweet Tea is a little too sensitive for this show. She's just a little too sensitive. Her sensitivities are she just takes it very personable. And you cannot take anything personal on this show unless it comes down to like serious personal attacks, like accusations of, you know, SA or M, things of that nature. Like, then you need to have some feelings, okay? Sweet Tea, she says she's homegrown. She's not fresh off a table like some of these older women. She said some of these ladies are old enough to be her grandmother. Okay, so Sweet Tea was throwing the shade right in them confessionals now. In them confessionals, she was snapping them off left and right. But in the person, you know, she wasn't giving that much. And I can totally understand that because me, y'all, like, I'm not quick on my feet at all. Like, I'm not quick on my feet. It take me a minute to respond. Or like later on, I'll be like, dang, I should have said that. Like, even when I do my YouTube videos, I'd be like, oh, I should have said that. That would have been good, like a good catchphrase or good something to say in the moment. So, you know, Sweet Tea is kind of, you know, she's not there in the scene, but in confessionals, she be ripping them up, tearing them up, okay? So, Sweet Tea opened up about joining a age gap relationship group via Facebook, okay? And these are other ladies who have or are dating older men, and she can just help relate to them and their situations and being, you know, in the same age situation and dating older men, okay? So her friend was there, you know, and Phaedra and Toya were just very questionable about this Facebook group. And, you know, it was just like, why are y'all so, like, it was just giving mean. Like, it was giving mean to me, y'all. Like, I just felt like it was a hazing moment. Like, let's see how bad we can get to Sweet Tea. Like, but it was shade. Like, it was really shade at the end of the day, if that makes sense. Like, it wasn't meant to be mean. It was just kind of like shady moments. Like, you got to give shade in these moments, I guess, you know, to make the moment something. I don't know. But I just was like, okay, I could have dealt without this. You know, they were just a little too much. When you're going wedding shopping, I want to see happiness. I don't want to be like, oh, we don't want to give flat cakes. We want to give buttermilk, you know, cakes. Like, I'm just like, not you coming for the girl booty, Phaedra. Like, and again, here we go with Phaedra and her obsession with the booty. But okay, which is not shocking now that I'm thinking about it, because her and Candy always used to be, you know, rubbing and touching up on the booty and like, and all that, you know, so they into that, okay? So we're gonna move into this last scene. Last two scenes. Toya, she is having her wine tasting party, okay? So she's picking out her outfit. And, you know, Toya's outfit is able to be, it's mesh. And so you can see in the back, you know, she had on a little thong and the thong was thong. And so she said she wasn't going to wear no drawers at all, period. So if Eugene approved of it, hey, if he's okay with it, I'm fine with it too. I love the way that Eugene is like, hey, you know that these girls be always trying to get at you. Just go in here, do what you do. I support you. Talk about your business, you know, and just make it great. So I love the support that Eugene was giving Toya. He gave her that pep talk. You got this, baby. Don't pay no attention to these ladies. You sell your pitch. Get this wine out here so I don't have to buy no more of your outfits. Because she said, don't look at the tag, Eugene. Just don't even look at it. He said, yes, that's the purpose of this, so that you can pay your own way. Okay, period. So we get to Toya's event, okay, and we are at Toya's wine club tasting event, okay. It was at a restaurant. It looked like a lounge area, rather. Let me say it was like at a lounge. It looked like, and the event was not giving like launch party. The event was giving like Tupperware party. That's what it was giving. It was giving Tupperware party. And I was just like, okay, let's see how this goes. Okay. So Toya, she decided to, you know, play a little game. But before we get into the game, Sweet Tea, she comes in her feelings. Okay. The ladies have been talking, and it is evident that it is getting around the group, okay? She felt that Phaedra and Toya were a little mean to her at the dress fitting the other day. And it just really upset her. She felt like they shamed her body. She felt like they were picking at her about the dating the older men thing, and they were just kind of mean girls, is what the perspective that I got from Letitia, okay? Sweet Tea, like I said, she's very sensitive. And so Dr. Simone says that she is empathetic towards Sweet Tea because she likes her and she is young and she's new to the group, okay? She said that Heavenly can be very hard. Heavenly did say that she heard that someone said that Sweet Tea was going to therapy for dating an older man. Now, see, Auntie Heavenly. Now, I'm assuming that Phaedra was the one that called you and told you this because you and Toya don't talk. Toya, Phaedra, and the other friend was the only three people that was there. So unless one of the producers called and told you, I'm assuming that Phaedra was the one that told you, okay? And I don't know if that's how Phaedra brought it to you or if that's how you decided to tell it. Because Sweet Tea definitely said, Auntie Heavenly, that she was in a Facebook group, not in therapy. So did you throw that therapy piece in there or did Phaedra throw that in there? I just want to know that. So y'all hit Dr. Auntie Heavenly up and let her know that her nephew has a question, okay? We wants to know, okay? So Sweet Tea, she said that she felt ganged up on. She's trying to get to know these ladies. She, at the housewarming, she felt like all the ladies was just kind of pouncing on her. And Simone had to pull her to the bathroom and pretty much tell her, get it together, honey bun. Like I said, Simone said that she was sympathetic towards Sweet Tea because she's young and new to the group and she likes her, okay? But she had to pull it together. Honey, if you wanted someone to help plan this wedding with you, you should have married a female. Which I disagree. I feel like there are men out here who are or want to be a part of the journey of getting married, planning your wedding, and all of that stuff. And no, they are not gay. So let's take that stigma out of it. But Greg is a very old-fashioned man. I give you the money, you do what needs to be done, and I will show up at the time that you tell me to show up. That's what it's giving. And Sweet Tea is not seeing that picture at all, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and drop the link, y'all, so that we can get ready to come into the building for those of you who have thoughts and opinions, because I am coming up on the last scene. So if you want to come in the building, hit that link button, come on in, and we can have a conversation on whatever scenes you'd like to talk about, okay? So let's see. Sweet Tea stated she's stressed and irritated. She got a lot going on. This wedding is wearing on her. She just over it. She's trying to get to know Greg's friends, but she don't really feel a connection with the ladies. Okay. Letitia, she plays the little game. I thought Toya's wine game was cute. Simone, is into the box wine. So shout out to Simone. Honey, Simone said she was the winner, but she is a liqueur girl. Okay, honey. Simone loves the liqueur. Okay. So of course she picked the box wine. Let's see. Am I missing anything? Let's see. Phaedra looks at Heaven. She thinks Quad Heavenly asks about Quad. Phaedra says she's good. So Phaedra and Heavenly talk about Quad. Just update her on Quad. Quad is doing well. Quad is, interestingly enough, okay thus far from what we see, with Sweet Tea being around the ladies, and she just doing her thing. Now Jackie made it very big to make a point that if her and Curtis separate, that none of the other ladies can be friends with Curtis. Jackie said, when you divorce me, you divorce my whole entire family, okay? And friends. You don't mess with them. They are off limits, cut off, okay? So Jackie made that a very big point. Phaedra thinks it's a good idea for everyone to sit down and hash things out, okay? And then, like I said, Toya played her wine game. That was cute. Simone was the box wine winner. And then Greg and Phaedra's meeting. Okay. So Phaedra asked Greg, has he gotten a prenup? Greg said, we talking about it. She's open to have, signing it up. Phaedra asked, about their meeting and them on social media. Greg says that she pursued him. She came after him and he followed behind. He let it be what it was gonna be, okay? I think Phaedra knows just as well as we know that he do not need to be marrying Sweet Tea, and Sweet Tea do not need to be marrying him. I think Phaedra knows. I know Phaedra knows the type of man that Greg is, and she knows that Sweet Tea cannot fulfill the task that it will be to be a husband to Greg. But that's just my thoughts and opinion. Those are just my thoughts and opinion. I have dropped the link, y'all. That was the end of the episode. We're gonna finish up with Greg and Phaedra's conversation on next week. We're also going to see the Black Bachelorette party that Toya threw for Letitia. And Quad is coming in on that Bachelorette party. So I'm interested to see how Quad, I'm not interested to see because we've seen that Letitia just had a complete breakdown. She blows up. So we got an interesting road on into this season 10. I'm loving this season. It's been so pleasurable. Auntie Nana Nita, welcome to the building. Happy Monday. And we are talking about Married to Medicine, boo. What's going on?
Oh, it was a great show. I really enjoyed it. But you know what? I'm going to need Sweet Tea to put on her big girl panties and get grown and learn how to read. Because otherwise, these ladies will trample her. And she's going to always end up getting her feelings hurt. So she's going to have to put her big girl panties on, and she's going to have to get down with the get down. And then they'll leave her alone.
Woo-wee. She is truly going to have to get down with the get down, Anita. I think that she does not realize what she has signed herself up for. She's seeing the glitz and the glam, but she is not seeing the hard work and the hard reality of Greg and all that she is going to have to put up with being married to Greg. There was a reason why Quad left. Quad just didn't walk into the marriage just because she wanted to end her marriage. I don't think that Sweet Tea really listened to what Quad was saying at the end of the season before last when her and Greg had that sit down. They were violent towards each other. So even if, let's just say, Quad did the littlest thing, it still set Greg off. So if you'll set him off with Quad, what says that he won't go off like a bomb with you?
But exactly. And see, with that age difference, like you said earlier, Greg is old school. That's a whole generation gap. And the things that she like, he's not gonna like. And it's like I said, he just laid back. He wants to be controlling. He wants somebody to be there and do what he wants them to do. He don't want a woman with her own brain. He don't want nobody who's independent. He just wants to manipulate. And I don't think it's going to last either, because I think she's going to come to her senses, as Heavenly said in one of her blogs. She said, "We're going to teach her, we're going to help her, but he ain't going to like it." So I don't think this is going to last either.
And I don't want anybody to think that we are speaking negatively on anybody.
Oh, no.
We want everybody to last and to be married a long time. But from what we see right now,
exactly,
the beginning of this relationship, and let's also put out there, everyone, that they've only dated for 6 months.
Right.
6 months.
I was surprised at that.
Right. You don't know nobody in a year, in my opinion.
You don't know nobody in 23 years.
Well, come on now, Nana Nita. Come on. Yeah. So just I pray that their marriage does work out and that things go well. But based off of the history that we've seen with Greg and Quad's marriage, just with his behavior, and based off of what Sweet Tea is saying and seeing,
it's not gonna work.
I don't see it. But Naughty Love.
Hey King, hey Emmanuel. And I'm sorry, I don't see the other young lady.
Hey, I'm Juanita.
Hi, Juanita.
Hey, Naughty.
How you doing? A few thoughts about this. I think they are hazing Dr. Gregory's fiance. But I also recognize that Greg has not changed. And I think he has this thing because he's a psychiatrist, he doesn't need help. He's got very old school values, and he's absentee emotionally for her. And that was the same problem Quad had with him. That he was not emotionally available for her. And as far as Dr. Simone pulling her and telling her to get it together, that's because they have the same thing in common. No acetol.
Okay, come on.
My mama used to say that. That's so funny now.
No acetol syndrome, okay? But I think it was just a way of her validating her, like, girl, be confident with who you are, because these are the wolves. They will eat you up and spit you out if you do not stand up for yourself. And I'm glad she addressed the ladies about the housewarming, because you can't come into my house like that. I just thought it was very disrespectful how they did that. And even Dr. Jackie has her shady moments. Okay, talking about, oh, this room used to be purple, or whatever. But she better grow a thick skin, because Dr. Heavenly don't be playing. She gonna say whatever is on her mind at the moment. As far as Dr. Eugene and Toya, oh my God. I mean, why don't they just start a whole like couple sex seminar? Like, instead of going into the wine business, I think they should have gotten
help anybody else.
Instead of, and please don't be like Candy and Todd.
Oh my God, it's just too much season after season. We don't need to know this much about their sex life. I'm sorry. Like, it's just oversaturated at this point. And I felt embarrassed for the boys. Like, really? Y'all chose to do this on TV? Like, you could see them blushing, like, oh my God, I'm embarrassed. But they're handsome young men.
They are.
They're handsome young men. And I think the purpose of it was they're just trying to show parents that you do need to educate your kids in that department, so they're not reckless out here and spreading diseases. The new generation, they're lost. So everybody's sleeping with everybody. So I respect the conversation as far as that. And I love the Brat and Judy. I loved how they did the little crossover. They are too funny. I love the Brat and Judy. I followed them. I love them as parents, and I've seen Brat grow in this industry.
You recapped that show, right, Nadi?
Yeah, I did. The Brat Love Judy.
If y'all have missed the Brat and Judy show, make sure you go over to Nadi's channel and watch the recaps of this past season, so we can support Nadi. Hit that like button on those videos and make sure you're rewatching those recaps, because Brat and Judy's show was so good. And even if you don't watch the show, Nadi really breaks it down enough as if you have watched the show. So
thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. I love them. And I love the fact that they crossed over. Dr. Jackie is far and wide. All the celebrities go to her. And things like that. That's why I didn't like that shade when they were like, oh, why didn't you go to Dr. Jackie? Like, why are we making this a competition and things like that? But I just thought it brought a little light to the show. So I just love Brat and Judy and their parenting journey. And I think that's all I have for this episode, because I kind of cut it off because you went live. I said, let me catch for you.
I appreciate it, boo. I love you.
I love you guys.
We appreciate it. I totally appreciate it. Like I said, y'all go over there and subscribe to Nadi Love's channel. Hit that like button and make sure you turn your notification bell on all, as she goes live every single day. She really puts in the work on this YouTube, so y'all make sure you go and support Emmanuel. Who is used to be the song at my Oh my gosh. What's going on, bro?
I'm good. How you been? How y'all been?
I've been. You know, we're here. We are back in Married to Medicine, and I'm feeling better because Bravo has been dragging us with these lame shows the past couple of months. So
I agree. It's like we had a drought, but with Potomac and Married to Medicine coming back, they are delivering.
They're delivering. We are
Uh-huh.
replenished.
Exactly. And Married to Medicine, the thing about Married to Medicine is that Married to Medicine has always been that show. I don't understand why Bravo doesn't invest more in like advertising them and to putting them more out there, because they never disappoint us. So as far as this episode, Dr. G, listen, that man is set in his ways. I don't think that any woman that comes along at this point is going to be able to change him and how he is. I thought it was a huge red flag the way he sort of threw it in her face that he was paying for the wedding. Like we understand, you know, you're paying for the wedding, but the way he was saying it, like, well, I'm putting in all the money, it shows you that he's not going to be there to really give Sweet Tea what she needs as a wife, and it's what Quad was trying to tell us all those years ago. Sweet Tea, you know, she seems like a cool girl. You know what I mean? I did not like the body shaming. I don't think they were trying to do it intentionally, but I do think that her feelings were hurt. So I appreciate that they apologized for saying that to her. Heavenly, okay, I'm not gonna go too hard because I know that's your girl, but she's messy when she talk about therapy. It just goes to show you how rumors get started, bro. Like, y'all went from a Facebook group to a support group to therapy.
Leave it to Heavenly. Leave it to Heavenly, honey.
Exactly. That was crazy. And then that bachelorette party. Ooh, it looks like it's gonna go down next week. She looks like she's having a panic attack, which I'm gonna wait till we see how it actually goes down for us to have an opinion, because I don't know how I feel about Quad going to the bachelorette party. But I really do think that Sweet Tea, I don't think she knew what she was signing up for. I think that she said, you know what, I'm gonna get with this man who is a doctor. I'm gonna go on the money, right? But I don't think she expected what she's gonna get from Dr. G and from the show. I think she didn't really process the fact that she was going into a group that was already established, who Quad has been a member of the show since the beginning. So I don't think she thought that through. But I hope that, like Juanita said earlier, she needs to grow some thick skin, because if she doesn't, I see her only lasting this season and not coming back.
Yeah, I don't see her coming back either, Emmanuel. I don't think she has what it's going to take to stay. I think that these ladies are going to run her off the show. I don't see. I just feel like, and I hate to say it this way, but I feel like they think that they are above her, especially in my opinion, just my opinion, especially Dr. Jackie, especially Phaedra.
Yep, Phaedra.
And I love you, Auntie Heavenly, but I think Auntie Heavenly thinks the same too.
Yeah.
And Jackie throw a rock and hide her hand. So,
well, yes.
With her nice nastiness.
Nice nasty. I thought it was a very shady that she made her little comment about the purple room last week at the house, and then she came and apologized this week. Like, I was just like, okay, whatever. You knew the comment was wrong in the first place and never should have been said at all. But I digress.
Yeah, I agree, because even if you paid attention to the conversation that Phaedra was having with Gregory towards the end, the way she was speaking of Sweet Tea, like, she's a little cutie girl. Like, I don't think they will truly see her as an equal to them.
No.
You know what I mean?
They don't see Toya as an equal to them, because
they don't.
They threw back the montage of Jackie throwing shade at Toya just being a wife and not working.
Right.
But Toya's on her game this year. That's my girl.
Yeah, we know that's your girl, and I do respect it. Toya said I got to start collecting a check for my man and my household. Okay,
that's right.
so
That's
Toya
right.
is doing it. She out here dipping in and doing it. I'm proud of her. You know, I'm glad that we are on another subject other than her house and
Exactly. Her finances. Yep.
I hope that we continue on that journey, and I truly hope that this wine venture really takes off for Toya because she drinks it all the time. So she should know plenty enough about it, okay? Plenty enough about it.
I am so proud of her.
We need to form an alliance. It looks like that's what's happening, Sandy. It looks like that's what's happening.
Yeah.
I bet you when Toya rub off on her, she'll learn how to read. You need somebody to take her up under their wings and show her how to deal with those ladies. Because other than that, she's gonna fall by the wayside.
And I think she's gonna fall by the wayside regardless because she's too sensitive. People of our generation, me and Emmanuel's generation, I feel like we are very sensitive and we don't take no stuff. So we're gonna pop off and let it be known, or we're gonna shut down and cry about it.
All right.
Me to shut down, cry about it type of person.
Yeah, I feel like people our age.
Emmanuel, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, just really quick. I feel like people our age are like, if we're in a situation like that, we'll just remove ourselves from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But she can't do that because she, like she said, Greg wants her to build these relationships and these bonds. And I just personally think it's about Greg getting back on TV and collecting a free check.
Right. And you know what? And as for me, you know, for next week, if it was my event and Quad walked in there, I would have acted a fool and said, "Oh no, she's got to go.
Got to go.
She has got to go. Get her out of here." And Phaedra too, whoever brought
her. You know what? I'm a little disappointed in Phaedra because if you guys remember in Atlanta Housewives, Kenya, when Phaedra got divorced, Kenya was like, "Let me do a little divorce party for Phaedra." Phaedra was not having it. So if she knew that like things like these don't go well, for her to bring Quad along with her, and there's nothing wrong if Quad wants to be friends with Sweet Tea, but for this to be their first appearance together,
the time and place.
Yeah.
It was not. But Phaedra did say at the ending of this episode with the scene with the wine club, she did say that she thinks all the ladies need to get together and hash it out. And so Phaedra made that moment for everybody to get together and hash it out. Definitely bad timing, but I mean, she said what she was going to do and she did follow through. So at least she followed through with what she said. Now, how this is going to turn out, you know, I'm interested to see, if Phaedra will be able to bring some peace, because we do know Phaedra for being the Southern Belle and always trying to make peace and bring, you know, good energy to the room, you know, try. But try. But we'll see. But does anybody else have any thoughts, anything else that you would like to share about season 10, episode 2 of Married to Medicine?
I will say I would have liked to see Anila at least one more season because I know she's good friends with Toya now. I do think Contessa, her time it was over. I think the right thing for her was to leave the show. It was really affecting her marriage, and her friendship with the ladies was just, her spirit didn't feel right to be on the show no more longer. I do wish we would have seen Anila at least one more season because this new doctor, Dr. Alicia, is that her name? She seems pretty boring. I don't want to say boring, but
boring is the right word.
You said boring is the word.
I don't want to be rude, but I don't know what else to say. She just
boring
seems like
the right word. But we got to give her a chance though too, because the season just started. We just on episode 2. But it is giving boring, Emmanuel. It definitely is giving boring.
But it's a good season. I mean, Phaedra's bringing it.
Oh yes. I am proud of Miss Phaedra. You know, I'm glad that she is back on reality TV, showing the girls how to do it. How to do it. Well, if nothing else, y'all, I want to appreciate you all for coming up. I appreciate everyone who joined me this evening for Married to Medicine Season 10, Episode 2. I cannot believe that we are 10 seasons into this show. As Emmanuel said, bravo. I need y'all to step it up and really promote the Married to Medicine because they are giving. They are giving what needs to be given, okay?
Most definitely.
So shout out to the ladies for 10 seasons. Shout out to episode 2. Make sure you leave your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section as I do go back and read them, respond to them, and comment even on some of them. So make sure you leave a comment, hit the like button on this video, share this video even after we go out, and let the people know that they can be a part of the rewatch crew. I love my rewatch crew. Those of you who always come through and rewatch the video, I appreciate the love and support. Continue to give that for me. I truly appreciate it. Hit the like button. We are going to go over to Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva at 8 p.m. sharp for Potomac, Housewives of Potomac, episode 2 of the Housewives of Potomac. So make sure you join me. I'm sure Nana Nita and Emmanuel are going to get over there as well. So y'all head on over there, 8 o'clock.
Okay.
If you're trying to join the train, go ahead and get the link now.
I know that's right.
So
love you, Roya.
Appreciate y'all.
Bye.
Love you, Emmanuel.
Bye, Miss Juanita.
Okay,
Bye,
got to go. Bye-bye.
Yes. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Hit the like button on this video. Share, comment your thoughts and opinions down below. And I will catch y'all next time on Warriors World. Bye.
Warriors World.